dance. It's like I can't walk on the ceiling. Oh yeah, got me dreaming, dreaming in colors I never dreamed. Oh yeah, I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it with you. When you kiss me, it's like the stars fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Oh, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, you take me higher, baby, you take me higher, yeah, you take me higher, baby.
Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show with Les BSRE. I am your host, Marlon Clybert, along with Anna Hart. And Anna, looks like it's just us. Both, I'm just picking on them. Both of them has a good excuse, though. Tracy actually put her body where her mouth is, and they had the Medicaid for all. I didn't say March. Was it a March?
I cannot hear anything going on.
You can't hear me?
Let me try to jump out and jump back in.
No, hold on. No. Okay. We are, well, never mind. Hello, Theus.
Hey.
Hey.
Now, this is my first time actually talking to anybody for more than 10 minutes in a week. So please forgive if in about an hour I just kind of...
What, get out of here?
Yeah. But how y'all doing?
Oh, good. I didn't think he was coming on, so just taking a chance.
Yeah,
can hear now.
I feel about 100% now, man. It's just occasional cough, but my family keeps me locked away, so
I do feel that way because I think my family would do the same thing. Where you going? Going to get the mail? You ain't got to go get the mail. They know you can do it if you got it. So
it's the opposite. They just kind of lock me away like the crazy man in the attic.
No, mine would be the one that just my man cave is my new home. Trust me, it's happened before.
Yeah, this is my man cave. I know I have my little partition up, so you're not looking all the way through. But like where I'm sitting right now is where I normally would work, and behind me is like my wife's work area. But since that's her work area, guess who hasn't been in his area for a week? So yeah.
Well,
and then when I'm done, I'm gonna like spray the whole joint down and then go back to my hiding hole.
I'm just glad you feel better.
Appreciate
it's good
that.
to see you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
So you're awake, you just not coming on, which I understand. Like we were saying before you came on, Tracy did the Medicaid for all protest march.
Medicare for
all walk today. So like I was saying, giving her all due credit, she put her body where her mouth is and ain't just doing a whole bunch of talking. She went out there and did the work. So she may be a little tired and don't feel like coming on, which I completely understand because it's hot as hell out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I know you got the rain theater, but at this point in time, you want to switch because it's hot.
No, it didn't rain here today. Yesterday it did, but you know how it is out in the South. It might rain, but that just means it's going to be that much more miserable. So, yeah.
Ready for some fun. Hello, Mickey.
Hi, Mick.
You will be showcased today, Mickey. You are the cause of one of our features, which I may play since I don't know how long we're gonna hold this up. I really don't want him.
I look like I had a tan, even though I ain't been outside in a week.
Really? Look the same to me.
Oh, well, I guess I've always been this chocolated.
Chocolate? Okay. Hello, Mickey. And
you look a little like you're glowing almost. You look good.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just went outside to the trash out, so maybe that humidity slapped me in the face.
Or he's pregnant. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Looking forward to chatting with everybody.
That would be one hell of an immaculate conception story right there, boy. That would.
And we held it first here on the show. We told everybody first on the show. Don't forget this show. Please don't forget to hit this like button, please. It'll really help the algorithm out, and it may help with whatever decision Theus decides to do with the baby.
Hey, if that were to happen, which it absolutely wouldn't.
That fetus could be
I wouldn't be the first dude who had a kid.
Nope, you would be the second.
I'd be the first biologically, genetically, originally designed guy who had a kid. But I wouldn't be the first guy to have a kid.
Yep.
Hey, Nikki, this Anna Marlin. Yeah, you know I'm tired. Even my bones hurt. Yeah, just chill out, Tracy. I got a couple of things for everybody. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. So the first one is real short, just really, really short. I'm just playing it because it made me laugh so hard picturing it. So I just had to share it. Like it's 20 seconds long, but when I tell you I was over here laughing, I just couldn't even stop laughing. It was so funny because I'm picturing the person doing it. The question was given, doctors, people in the medical field. What's the most fake it till you make it scene that you ever seen? And what they're saying is, what's that person that comes and, oh, my leg hurt as you walking straight ahead. Oh, I'm blind, even though I'm reading, know where the door is, and where to sit there. You know, those people.
Mm-hmm.
So this was what one of my favorite ones.
Hospital for millions. Our next reply is from Imin Fun Dude. My mom's an ER nurse, and she said once some crazy lady came in and complained that she had the whooping cough. And whenever she coughed, she followed it with a loud whoop! To which Eternity Incarnate replies, she's doing it wrong. That's a coughing whoop.
Sorry. I'm busting out laughing, listening to somebody go.
I'm so worried about you.
I'm sorry. That was so funny to me. That was hilarious to me. Oh, man. Come on. You have no sense of humor. Fine. The next one. Thanks, Brian.
So I blew out a tire while driving this afternoon. I pulled off the busy road to the side street to assess the damage and start working on replacing the flat with the spare from the trunk. So it turns out that the lug wrench provided in this particular car was absolutely tiny, and thus provided very little leverage. Try as I might, I only managed to loosen one of the 5 lug nuts holding the tire on. No problem, I thought, as I have roadside assistance coverage on my auto insurance. A short call later, my insurance has dispatched a local service provider, and I receive a text stating that Daryl from the local provider will be arriving at my location by 2:34 p.m. That's less than half an hour wait, so I'm pretty happy. So at about 2:33 p.m., a van approaches. The driver waves at me and pulls over. The driver immediately hops out with a toolkit in hand, and we exchange brief pleasantries and I explain my problem. The driver smiles and tells me the same thing happened to him last month, and he says not to worry about it. The guy then takes out a proper wrench. I hand him the jack and spare, and he has my car back in operation in about 6 minutes flat. It was at this point when the conversation gets a bit muddled. I asked him if he needs anything from me like a signature or something to ensure he gets paid. And he responds, "Oh, no, money's not necessary." Now I tried to clarify my question, and I explained that I have roadside assistance on my policy, and that the insurer got him dispatched to me, and I think they'll pay his employer for the service call. And his response was, "Oh, no one dispatched me. I was just driving by and thought you could use some help." I then look at him and say, so you're not Daryl? He then says, "Nope, I'm Brian." Now, I can't believe that I handed the guy my jack and just watched him crank up my car while lying on the frozen pavement. Now, I don't even remember how many times I apologized, and the guy wouldn't even let me hand him cash. The guy just left, in full cheer, and he told me to pay it forward, saying, "Next time you see someone in need, stop and help them out. Consider that my payment." So the aftermath. I waited another 10 minutes for Daryl, but I gave up and left after finding his employer's phone number and canceling the help request. My insurer's been sending me automated texts all day along the lines of, "Has your service provider arrived yet? Reply Y if yes, and if no. Has your service been completed yet? And how likely are you to recommend this service provider from 1 to 10? I can't figure out how to respond in such a way that no one gets in trouble, or over or underpaid. Anyway, thanks, Brian. Guys,
Turn off your internet.
What?
No, sir. This is what I came out of retirement for. This right here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a different story. So I was driving through Chick-fil-A, and all of a sudden a light on my dashboard came on. You know that little dashboard light that says something's wrong with your tire pressure. And then, cause it's me, it's in the morning. I got on a suit, jacket's in the back. I ain't got it on right now, you know what I'm saying? But I got like everything else, you know. And I pushed the little button thing to tell me, you know, what's my tire pressure. And it tells me my tire pressure, and it's just steadily going down. So I pull over in the side, you know, the little parking spot next to the drive-through, and, you know, get out my little piece of cardboard that at that time I kept in the trunk of my car and proceed to get ready to change my tire. Then the manager at the Chick-fil-A comes outside, hands me the order that I ended up having to be like, you know what, I just ain't gonna get to eat today. Hands me an order of food. It wasn't I didn't even order, right? But he gave me food. Then proceeded to change the tire for me. His name should have been Daryl.
He wasn't Brian.
I don't think it was Brian.
You know the funny,
But I don't think
thing about it though, since you did say it was Chick-fil-A, I believe it.
Yeah.
those people.
Now, if I had been at Burger King, it'd have been more like,
No,
sir,
can
you
you
didn't
hurry up
buy
and
anything. You can't park here.
Yeah, sir, can you hurry up and do what you got to do because you're holding up the line, even though you're parked. You're holding up the line, sir, and people are staring and not ordering. And yeah,
but Chick-fil-A, they were like,
that's the first nice thing
I may not like people that aren't like people I like, but you are in need, and I assume that so now I'm alliterating, right? Okay, so they saw me and they're like, oh, well, you look like the type of person that I like, so I shall change your tire.
Yeah,
Because we don't see race. We only suspect gender orientation.
you look male. We'll help.
There's a car seat in your car. Odds are you may be straight. That is sufficient.
Have a nice day.
Oh, and here's some food.
Here's some food.
It was an awesome experience, I have to say. You know, even though I'm not a big Chick-fil-A food fan, like I can eat there for breakfast. Like they used to have a
What do they
breakfast
have?
burrito.
Like just general.
Well, their main thing they have is the chicken biscuit. It's the most wonderful biscuit and a decent piece of chicken.
Hold on. Hell no.
I don't know. Now, this guy might have because, you know, see, the organization, they some
Different.
BS. But the people who work there, you can get a range of people who work there. You can have some really nice young people who are just nice young people. You can have this guy who was probably my age or older. No, he was definitely older than me. But he's just a nice dude. You know what I'm saying? So the company can have some jacked up policies, but it doesn't necessarily mean the people are. It's kind of like you can see I haven't talked in a while. It's kind of like
oh yeah, that's why
when you think about a person and you're like, you know what? I don't like Filipino people. And then you cast that dispersion against all Filipino people. But that's just because you ran into 3 or 4 bad Filipino people. Once you meet Paul over here, Paul is mad cool Filipino person, and it's like that with the Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
That's the definition. That's always been the definition to me, my opinion, of racism. You're always. I haven't even finished yet. I didn't even tell you what it was.
You already went left for me, but it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, let me explain. My definition of racism is you always take, in all cultures, everything that we make fun of and joke and ha-ha to make you feel bad about your race and everything, it does happen. People do act that way, or talk that way, or walk that way, or eat that certain food and blah, blah, blah. It happens. Racism to me is, but that's when you take that, what you deem the worst of the worst, and assume the whole race does that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and anything that's on the outside of it, you are, what's a way of saying this? You're the outlier. You're the uppity, you know what word. You're
no, Marlon, I don't know what.
Yeah, no, I ain't finna say it on here. But that's how I always see it. So
I would go with that definition if you were speaking of bigotry.
Okay.
However, racism is a little bit different for me.
Okay.
See, racism is the ability, is the desire plus the ability to impose your will upon another and hold back their progress or opportunity.
I would say that was a form of it.
Nah. Racism is always about power. See, a black person could hate every white person that still is not racist. What that is bigoted. If you're directing it at an individual, now you're prejudiced. right? Because you're prejudging that person based off of what you think you know, right? But if it's just general, broad group, don't like all white people, that's bigoted, okay? Still not racist, because I can't like completely jack up your whole world. Like, I just can't do it. It's just, I ain't got the ability. I ain't no lynch mobs going on. Ain't no police protection that's going to show up and immediately think that I'm the good guy and you're the bad guy.
Right.
The whole systemic piece is absent.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say.
All right, we're going to move on because
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Words are important.
Anna, when you ask me, is Thea's okay? Yes.
I think she's doing better.
He's much, much better.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, this is one of my pranks that I'm going to do one day. So y'all go ahead and pick on me, but I'm going to do this prank one day. I don't know where. I'm thinking of a couple of places, but I am going to do it one day.
Grubby child. I saw a post about switching around mayo and vanilla pudding. Emptied out a mayo jar and cleaned it well, filled it with a few pots worth of vanilla pudding, and took it to university. I already know where this is going. Our university is very lax about eating during the lectures, so I waited until midday when I was sitting in the middle of all my friends and they were all eating their lunch. Cue me taking out the jar of mayo and a spoon, popping the lid and taking a big old spoonful with a grin. At first, only the closest ones noticed, but after the third spoon, it was like everyone was frozen around me. Pin drop silence. After the fifth spoon, someone faux retched and the spell was broken. The looks of sheer terror and disgust was well worth the pain of eating vanilla pudding. I'm a chocolate kind of gal.
I'm going to do that.
That prank wouldn't work because it's the same thing.
It is not the same.
Vanilla pudding, mayonnaise. What's the other one? There's another one. Congealed bacon grease. Same thing.
What?
All the same thing. Same thing. All the same thing.
You got crazy
All the
taste
same
buds
thing.
there.
All
Crazy.
the same thing. Vanilla pudding and mayonnaise. It's just.
By the way, I have never had
vanilla pudding is sweetened mayonnaise.
Oh,
That's all you're doing. That's all you do. You might as well. You know what? You do better getting you some good Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt, even when it's plain, it doesn't taste very good, but it's better than mayonnaise.
One thing in the whole entire existence that doesn't have a taste whatsoever, and want to replace mayonnaise and vanilla pudding with it.
Mayonnaise? Wait, did you just say mayonnaise doesn't have a flavor?
No, I said Greek yogurt that doesn't have Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt has a flavor, brother.
With something else to actually have something to eat.
See, mayonnaise ain't got no flavor, except for that it tastes like wretchedness. But
all right, we got to move on because Anna's getting sick.
mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna play the next one, dear.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Way to go, Marlon.
So to make Anna feel better, and to hear the stuff that comes out of Thea's mouth, we got a story for you that's broken down into 3 parts, and we're going to break it down into 3 parts.
Okay.
Jerk or not a jerk, and why? My boyfriend of 3 years is hiding a lot of stuff from me and acting strange, and I'm stressed out about it. I'm a 23-year-old female, and my boyfriend is 27 years old. We've been together for 3 years, and we've been overall great together. We've lived together almost the entire relationship. Lately, his job has been a little bit chaotic. It causes him to stress when people at his job are late giving him things to work on when they're on a time crunch for things to be finished. He makes games. That's as vague as I'm able to be about his job. We seem to be bickering more and more these last few months. Maybe it's the added stress of everything happening lately. We are very direct about apologizing and talking things over usually, so I'm at a loss why it's just been more frequent lately. And then the small things that I've observed are, firstly, he is extremely defensive about his phone. I get it. I get defensive about some things too. Usually my sketches. Don't stare at me when I'm drawing and don't look through it without asking, or it drives me mad. Sometimes you want a tiny shred of privacy on something and that's okay. but to suddenly be very defensive over it, like snatching the ring back Gollum style. Filthy, nasty little hobbitses. And sometimes he literally fights me for it when I pick it up just to Google something, or he has to close a bunch of things or check something first. My phone is there if he needs it. He can look through whatever and I have nothing to hide, and I'm ashamed of nothing on my phone. Secondly, he's changed his computer password. He does this from time to time for work security, but has always told me the new one. I have my own computer and basically never go on his computer since he also uses it for work. But as we have occasion over the years sometimes log into each other's Minecraft and leave corny little I love yous hidden in common areas of the world. He didn't give me the password, but said that he'd help me get on, which is log in himself, open it himself, and then look at me and ask me what I wanted to do so he could do it. It defeats the point, really. I let it go. Thirdly, he abruptly will leave the house. I just hear the front door close and he's gone. It's never for long, probably no longer than 30 minutes or something, but no saying where, no goodbye, nothing. And he comes back like as if nothing happened. I noticed it a few times and it was to use the phone. He has perfect signal in the house and talks to his father and conference calls daily just fine. What could he possibly need to go quickly outside for? Next is the mail. Goodness forgive me if I check the mail. He checks our mailbox constantly. We go out, he checks it. Before we leave, he checks it. And when we come back, he checks it. Even when there's no post on Sundays, even at 12 at night, and he already got the mail. Perhaps it's an odd habit, but to me, it's compulsive. Last week, he specifically told me that I'm not to check the mail or open any mail for the next few weeks. I asked him if there was a reason. He just said it's for him and he can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Let me explain something here. We've been together 3 years and there hasn't ever been an I can't talk about it. We tell each other everything up front. That's always been how we are. There's other things, but I guess I can just associate them with being work related. I'm lost. What the heck is up? There was an edit.
Boring. Look, one or two things is happening, lady. He's trying to get everything together to propose to you because it's been 3 years, so you're on that time clock. Or two, he just ain't into you like that. He got somebody else. He's trying it out. He'll kick the tires a few times, and then he'll come on back around. Hey, either way, you decide. You're going to stay, you're going to leave. Stop with this nonsense. You sound really annoying. I'm just saying. It's really annoying. So you got your own computer. You got no business being on his anyway. We used to do this time. Shut up. And the phone thing, I mean, that's a little suspect. But like I said, if he's about to propose to you, he's talking to your mom, he's talking to your sister, he's talking to your friends. He's got like mail flowing around because he ain't got no other address because he's not smart enough to go get a P.O. box. So you're dating a dummy. So there you go. Or he's cheating on you.
Anna.
Well, those were the two basic scenarios I have in my. I need more information.
Okay. Here's more information.
There was an edit that added, today his family is in town and will be in town for about a week or so. So tomorrow we are going to a theme park, and then basically it's going to be a week of going to dinner / breakfast and the beach and whatever else they want to do with us. Today he had a package show up and took it upstairs. I never saw its contents, just saw him throw the box away. My thought from the box size and the little bits I could read was maybe it was a computer part or some sort of electronic device piece. For those that say that he's cheating, I see how that conclusion could be made, but I left out a lot of things because I'm stressed out. Here are a few facts. He works from home, so he's always here. We live together and hardly ever leave the house alone without the other. He knows no females here that aren't my own friends, and none of them talk to him, to the extent of my knowledge. What my thinking is so far is that he's planning something for his dad since he wasn't there for his birthday last month, and maybe is trying to keep it a total surprise even from me. He makes great money, so there's certainly no bills or anything of that sort. We just bought a house. He has flawless credit. I'll give it time and see if it's continuing while they're here and after. Thank you all for your insight. 2 weeks.
He's cheating with the maintenance man. Dun, dun, dun. lady, you're stupid. I'm just saying. You know where he is. You know where he is at all times. He's not gone for more than maybe 10, 15 minutes at a time if he does go somewhere. So unless he's super, super speedy and the other person is like, hey, here you go, pull it up, get it done. Odds are that nobody's cheating here. Is dude's doing something, he's either gonna surprise you or surprise everybody. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and act crazy, and then you can end up with a dude like me who is like, yo, I gave you 0 things to make you think I'm cheating. And I'm sorry, I don't get down with no 5-minute, let's do this in the parking lot thing. So what you trying to say about me? You know, I really don't need you like that. You know, I got perfect credit. I bought this house. I make good money. You draw pictures. So go ahead and take your sketchbook and your unlocked phone and just Scooby-Doo on off, lady. Just Scooby-Doo on off, you know? Just do your thing.
What's going on, Al?
What's up, dog?
My other brother. Sounds like somebody got a side piece. Then he came in with a different thing, or dealing drugs.
He could be dealing drugs. He could. I doubt it, because you know, because you gotta have time to measure that stuff and chop it up and move it around. So
that's where that box came in at, though.
Nah, because he's still in the privacy. This girl don't get him no privacy.
This could have been just a mechanical scale or something. It's not.
But he's got to have someone to set that up. He's got to be able to have a clean room. You know what I'm saying? So, I know what he's doing. He is ordering. He is ordering sex change medication. So he can be cool for a while and then reveal to you his true self, which is, you know, it's not Steve, it's Stevenella now, and y'all can have an open, closed relationship.
Please hit that like button, because I don't even think this show is going to make it an hour. You never ever have Theus be sick for another week before, because he's been holding this in for a week.
Hey, you the one told me this was supposed to be the less than serious show, and this is the best I got for you. Okay, I don't do goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's got to make sense on some level, and everything I'm saying, it could happen.
The final chapter.
Thank you all for your insight. 2 weeks later, there was an update. Yesterday, I had an appointment with the design center for our new house that we had just bought. His family was in town, so most of the week has been spending time with them. Relatively, he hadn't been acting strange. The appointment went well. When we got home, he asked if I wanted to have that talk now. My heart fell into my stomach. We walked to a nearby park and were quiet on the walk over. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to ask him a question, so I just stayed quiet. We stood on the dock and I was mostly distracted by a couple of dolphins swimming past. You can almost always see a few in the early and the late parts of the day. I turn my head and he hands me an envelope. It is a handmade envelope that he'd drawn my name on. I was a little shaky because I was nervous already about anticipating the worst. I got to the end of the letter in tears, look up, and he dropped to one knee and proposed to me. Holy smokes. I couldn't even talk. I had the letter covering most of my face because I was suddenly an oozing factory of tears and sniffles. The part of this you need to understand is exactly what he'd done. I'm into dark, vintage, and antique odd things. He handmade a letter to look old and vintage. He remembered my favorite pattern was damask for the interior and the outside of the letter. And he got me a teeny tiny itty bitty bat skull from somewhere online that he'd had in a small wooden coffin box with the ring. None of you may find this interesting, but it absolutely melted my heart. The ring is gorgeous. He remembered, I think I told him a few years ago, that I don't like giant rings with giant diamonds and didn't really like diamonds. He instead got a white gold ring with a black onyx stone, and it has 2 tiny diamonds in the sides. I love it. He apologized for all the weirdness over and over, and he was just stressing out about asking and his family and the house. I feel like kind of a jerk. I could never get behind the cheating train, and I knew he didn't do substances, so I was lost in what it could have been. A few of you even suggested he was proposing, and I brushed that off even. I'm still in shock and don't even know what to do with myself. Was I the jerk for even considering that this could have been something bad?
not a jerk, but lady, you're stupid because you just said that you automatically shrug off the man's cheating. You automatically shrug off the man's on drugs, and you couldn't do the math that the last thing left for a man who just bought you a freaking house is that he's about to propose to you. Because you see, here's the thing about buying a house. See, that's a big investment. This man just went into debt. So if I'm going to let you live in my house and make it and even be able to halfway pretend this is our house, yeah, I got to marry you. I'm just saying, just got to make the transaction make sense. Okay. And then you weird. You're weird, shorty. You're real weird. You know, it's like so wait a little while before you have kids. You know,
I don't even know which one of y'all the worst. Oh yeah, he's a creepy kinky stalker freak and will be divorced with him.
Yeah, I'm like, hold tight. You know what I'm saying? First, all right, lady, from your standpoint, because obviously he's the one with the money and apparently the intelligence, I need you to make sure he puts your name on the deed. Okay, get your name on the deed. Protect yourself. Okay, just do this. Follow me. Do what I'm saying. Get yourself on the deed. Okay. And then, bruh, you know you got a little bit of a slow one working with you here. So
prenup?
I'm not even saying prenup because, you know, sometimes, you know, especially when you really love somebody, you want to make sure even if this doesn't work out between us, that I know you'll be okay. So that's cool if you don't do a prenup. I don't really care unless he's like balling. You know what I'm saying? Then get a prenup, dude, and you can just send her some money to be nice. But she ain't that bright though, dog. Like she couldn't do the simple math, the simple stuff. So
I was thinking proposal from part one.
Right? Just
I ain't even gonna say anything about your small bat skull and everything else. I've yet to figure out how you thought
you like what you like. Hey,
this dude got you a house before he even married you. Let you have an open voice on how the house is. Let me finish this, man. I got to finish this.
Made a good point about the house. Who said he bought the house? She has a job and could contribute.
Whatever. She didn't say that. She said he got the house. But anyway, even if they got the house, first of all, that's okay. In my opinion, that's not a smart move. If you're unmarried to buy a house together, it's kind of interesting, you know, because now you got to have all this contract stuff to try to. It can get messy, folks. It gets.
You've just signed another piece of paper. You know, that's a mess.
It gets. But anyway, regardless of that, y'all got a house that you can walk to the park that has a pier that has dolphins. The hell kind of life you living? Shut up, he wasn't cheating. Even if he was cheating, maybe y'all can work through it.
Get over it.
I ain't saying just get over it. I'm saying work through some things. You might be able to
saying get over it.
You got dolphins.
Go out and see the dolphins.
You got dolphins.
Her up to make it hard for her to leave.
Nah, she can leave anytime. You know, I don't know if you should give her a key though. You know what I'm saying? Because she strikes me as the kind who might forget to lock the door. So help her help you.
It's gonna be hard for her to lock the door, really, if she ain't got no key.
Yeah, you get one of those electronic joints. You know, because she'd kind of drop a key some dad blasted where.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do your question the second half because we're kicking up to it. And Theus has never seen these two things, so I'm gonna give him an opportunity. So the first one, okay. I'm not even gonna set this up. I'm just gonna play the video. I'm just gonna let Theus ramble, and he will. So I showed this last week. Theus, you didn't see the show last week, right? Okay. I showed this last week. I've been your brother for over a year, maybe going on a year and a half now. So I know you. I know you really well.
You said I ramble.
You're going to ramble. Trust me. You are. Trust me. Here we go.
Oh, it's gonna be right. You cannot
stick it in the ground. It's not gonna work. Who did that? You gotta put it in the shoe. You know, I gotta give a lot of credit to the lady because she saw that this shit wasn't gonna be right. Like as soon as the first part was uncontrolled, she reached in what it looked like a damn cooler and grabs a kid. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, this one, I'm not really sure. But I can tell what's in her head. I can tell because in her head, I was in her head. I could see it. She said, let me grab my baby because this man's stupid, but I love him. So I'm going to grab the baby and turn my back to the foolishness so that if the foolishness hits anybody, it hits me because I love them. And then it got more foolish and she just dipped. I have to say their survival instincts were a little delayed, but they were on point. So that's all I got. Other than that, yo, nice fireworks show.
Okay, once I saw this the second time, I'm pissed off at somebody. I didn't say this last week because I just thought of this. So what happened was, I'm going to play the beginning part of this because I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to stop at the part that pissed me off. Okay?
Somebody talking about the boot?
No. I'm going to tell you exactly the part that pissed me off.
Oh, it's going to be right. You cannot stick it in the ground. It's not going to work. Who did that? You got to put it in the shoe.
Okay. So if you didn't see it, because I'm not going to play it the third time, what happened was that first firework went off and a spark fell into the box of fireworks because you stupid. You put all the fireworks in the same box. But okay.
Conveniently 4 feet away.
What I'm pissed off about is if you saw the blue man that walked over to there, looked in the box, didn't say shit to nobody, turned around, covered his ears. Dude, what the fuck is you doing? It's a whole family out there. You just like, I'm going to save myself. And when it went off and everybody started running, you decided to start running too. Hey.
I don't blame him. Hey, bro, for real.
All you had to say was, shit about to go down. We need to go.
That's a lot of words with some shit about to blow up, bro. All you can do is
run.
Duck and cover, man.
Man,
y'all about to die.
I can't be with you. To prove he does not rant, Thea's rant. Go because I know Thea was gonna rant.
I made a statement and I stopped.
Thea's, have you ever?
If nobody's gonna watch me, they sure as hell ain't gonna read me. So all
right, last video. Thea's again. This was last week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This was the night Anna almost died.
Oh my God.
So anyway, hey Marlon, can I ask you a personal question?
Mm-hmm.
What's the
Why
question?
not? Mickey, what is your personal question? I'm ready for it. No man thinks he should have to do self-care when there's a woman around. I'm done. The present company accounted for.
I think she's talking.
Oh my God. Never mind. It was too raunchy even for me. What God?
What was the question?
Now I'm curious, Mickey. What was the
Really?
Mickey,
Now-
we're finna go off the air, Mickey. What was the question? What is the question?
And you gotta wait for her to type.
Yeah, well, and we also 5 seconds behind everybody else. So now, what's the question?
Oh, that's getting me some.
Has anybody actually watched a full episode of Jeopardy?
Lately, not since Alex Trebek died.
Oh, really? I meant period.
I've watched full episodes of Jeopardy because it always trips me out. Like how the smartest person, they'll know the atomic breakdown of some chemical, but won't know that Madonna sang like a virgin. I'm like, really? Like, how you gonna not know that? Even I knew that.
A question I didn't ask black men when I dated. Okay.
But what's the question?
What's the question?
Come on, Reggie.
White men get blue balls. Do black men get
purple balls?
What? What?
Do your balls change color?
Okay, let's.
I think that was your wife laughing. I'm pretty sure that was.
No, my wife did go. That's Anna.
Oh no, who was that? That was you, Anna?
That was Anna. Okay.
When white men get blue, do black men get purple? Are we talking a dark-skinned black man or a lighter-skinned? Because you know,
are you serious? First of all, why are you even trying to answer?
I'm just like, well, what type of? There's different types of black men.
No, it's not.
Yes, there are different shades of black men.
Okay, woman, trying to explain to me.
Look, there are different shades of black people. There's different shades of black people. That's all I'm saying.
Lady, explain to me what a black.
I'm not lady explaining to you what the term is. I'm not explaining to you the term. I'm just saying there's different shades of black people. Does she mean the darker set of black men, or does she mean the lighter set? That's all I want to know.
You're trying to explain to me that the color depends on the color of a man's balls.
I don't know.
I know. We try to explain to you, trying to sit there and say, well, the whiter your hair is, the more hard your menstrual cycle gonna be. I can't explain that shit to you. How the hell you gonna try to explain to me the color of a man's skin depends on what his balls gonna be? Come on.
Y'all just make fun of me. That's all y'all do. Be picking on me. I'm just asking her a question for her to clarify, and y'all just saying. Just stop. I'm agreeing. Hey, Anna, you supposed to be on my side.
I'm trying so hard. So hard right now.
Don't y'all do that to my Anna no more. But let me go ahead on record and say a couple of things. Because I feel that as the most reasoned amongst us all, I will answer the question in a fair and equitable manner. See, first of all, let me go ahead and start with my sister Tracy. She's right. It does depend. If you want to talk about the color of somebody's balls, if we really going to talk about color, then it does depend. Are we talking about like Stephen Curry? You know what I'm saying? Balls? Or are we talking about like Idris Elba balls? You know what I'm saying? It's two different, you got, lightly melanated, and you got like blue-black. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if you go, and here's where you was so wrong, Marlon. See, first of all, you only know your balls, and if you have any sons, at some point in their early age, you knew their balls, but you don't know everybody's balls. See, but a woman would have a better cross-sectional observation of balls than you would have, unless you did sports physicals for like athletes. Then you turn your head and call. But you really shouldn't be looking too close at the balls. You know what the balls generally are. Just kind of couple them. Anyway, but the original question was blue. If white men get blue balls, do black men get purple balls? Now that's a unique question because first of all, I've never looked at a dead person's balls. You know what I'm saying? Because I assume that when white people die, they turn blue. So if white people, when they die, they turn blue, and eventually they start looking kind of purplish. So technically, they could have blue and purple balls. But then black people, you know, when they're dead, I have to assume we can end up with purple. I don't think we'll do blue. So that's just an interesting question. But then going back another way on this, see, I'm being scientifical with this. And then on another way of looking at it, do white men really get blue balls? Isn't it just a saying of saying like,
that's what I was explaining.
I've been going too long without, so I feel like they're numb and they're overloaded, so they're blue, right?
They're sad.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's either blue sad or blue swollen. You know, either way, go to the doctor, get that checked out. But if it's not truly blue,
we end up with ashy balls.
We can have ashy balls, but first, if you got ashy balls, that's some incredible ventilation you got going on down there, because normally you stay kind of moistified, so you shouldn't be ashy there, right? You might be ashy all around it, but there you shouldn't be ashy. So you need to definitely go see the doctor there. Oh, but what if you might use talcum powder or baby powder, and then you think it's ashy, and really you just, you just lightly coat it. You know what I'm saying? Except for where it clumps. Because you
be the dumbass walking around, because you'd be the one to put all that baby powder down there, and you still sweat down there. So now you got this little puddle of mud down there where
they clump, they start falling out.
Yeah, it's all falling out under your shorts.
See, that's why you need to wear briefs
down there. Yeah.
That's why you should wear briefs if you're gonna do the powder thing. Because if you use boxer shorts underneath basketball shorts with baby powder, it's a mess. It's gonna flake and fall out. It's clumpy, and now you know what I'm saying? How you playing basketball with your boys and you dropping baby powder chunks all over the court? You know what I'm saying? Now we can't even be friends no more. You know what I'm saying? It's already hard enough to play shirts and skins.
And bust that head wide open because you.
I done roll my ankle now.
I don't roll my ankle now because I done slid on powder.
It's just incredible. It's incredible. But I would say, no, we don't get purple balls.
What's your thoughts, Anna? Stop! Please stop! I'm trying so hard. Oh my God. I just saw that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I saw that video like 5 or 6 times, and that always was my favorite part of the video. Stop! Please stop! You're supposed to be on my side, Elder. I'm trying so hard.
See, I have to be the adult in the room, folks. That's why I have my composure. Ooh. I brought that scientific joint for you. I put all that out there for you. I gave you all the different angles.
As long as we on the vein, when is a hot woman hold their breast up in front of the fan? Do men do that with their balls?
Now, speaking of veins, because the balls is a veiny area, because anyway, never mind. I don't know. Put that question back up.
I have never held my balls up in front of a fan or anything. I'm sorry.
I've never seen a woman hold their breasts up in front of the fan. Definitely, I don't do it with my balls. I mean, I'm just saying, wait a minute. Just go free ball.
I've never done that.
I've never had to do that. I don't know. Because if I can cool down the rest of my body, my balls will be happy. Plus, when you get hot, your balls kind of descend down a little bit so they can catch a little bit more, get some breathing room. So you get some breathing room. That's why you shouldn't live in cold areas. It's not good for your nuts to be right up underneath you like that. That's not healthy. So
I have never air
move
dried
to a tropical climate, people. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe that's the question. I've never air dried my balls. I've never had that desire or a reason to. First of all, let's get something perfectly straight.
So you ain't never went free balling?
No.
The house is empty. You got the house to yourself. Just walk around, just knocking over furniture and shit.
I've been doing it riding in my Jeep when the doors are open.
Oh, don't be doing that to folks, man. You got your balls out and driving down the road.
You gonna meet up with that one mosquito. That's ass, dude. I'm sorry. I'm giving you a fair warning. You gonna get that one gay mosquito who been wanting to find somebody
Why the
who ain't
mosquito
wearing
got to be
drawers.
gay?
Cause
Don't
he's gonna
you know
match
that
because
it's
he
the
wants the
female
balls.
mosquito that bites?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
You gonna get the
you just
gay.
might be
You gonna
that
get the
sexy
gay
mofo that
mosquito.
mosquito be like, yo,
You gonna
there's
get
a
that.
leg,
Okay.
there's an
I'm
arm, but
going
I'm gonna
with
get
you.
the ball.
You gonna get the gay mosquito, or you gonna get that freaky ass mosquito who been looking for balls for the longest time to bite.
Hey man, you should be hating on people because of their particular taste. Like, I like a nice chicken breast, but I love a chicken thigh. You know what I'm saying? So you got mosquitoes. The mosquito be like, you know what? I like the neck, but something about that ball. That ball is better. I mean, just
I have shorts on, man. When that wind hit it, it feels so good. We're getting into the verge of TMI. I don't need to know that much shit about you and your balls.
you were just talking about the gay mosquito on the ball.
Hey, hey.
You misgendered the mosquito, first of all.
Oh, you get a freaky ass damn mosquito. I'm just saying, one of the two. You got Miss Mosquito who been wanting to find some balls and bite them.
Straight from the source.
Just like that.
Now you're walking around with itchy, bumpy balls. It's just not.
Oh God.
Got to put calamine lotion on
When
your
you
ball.
walking around,
And then the
scratching
other
your
ball
balls
sitting there
all
like,
day,
yo,
and everybody
man.
looking at you like you crazy. Like, why are you scratching your balls? I got bit by a mosquito. No, you need to wash your nasty ass.
No, I'm not scratching my balls. I'm scratching my balls. You see, the
Ain't nobody gonna give a damn if you put an S on the end of it. All they see is your head down there.
The left ball was the one closest to the car door. Therefore, it was the one that could be bitten.
He is right. Only female mosquitoes bite. Okay, you got a freaky ass mosquito.
Yeah.
Balls.
It wouldn't even make that sound because it'd be too busy drinking.
Hey, if you into ball juice, what I'm
Oh my God.
to each their own.
Hey, get your sloppy toppy from wherever you can get it, man.
Hey, I'm not here to judge.
Man, I'm just saying, because when they down there and they use that tongue, though. Too much? Okay, never mind.
I knew this was going to take us into the second hour. I knew this. I timed the hell out of this one. I knew this was going to take us into the second hour.
That's because Anna over here being silly.
So we're talking about mosquito head now. Hey. To each their own.
I'm worried about you too.
We're gonna go ahead and get into that second hour. So we're gonna go ahead and take our 3-minute break so Anna can cool down. Please stop. Just stop.
You know, I got a fan that sits right next to me while I'm over here recording because I got all these lights and stuff on. And you know, I have never once thought about, hey, let me just swing my balls out in front of my fan. I just never.
I've never. But,
never
okay. To be totally honest with you,
here we go.
Because maybe it's just me. Okay. My
you
balls
use that church fan, don't you, Marlon?
No,
you use that
my balls
fan,
have never been that damn sweaty that I'm trying to concern myself on how I'm going to dry them off. I dry them off with a towel, and I'm pretty much good for the rest of the damn day. Now, if I'm walking around and I'm dripping ball sweat, I think maybe you need to go talk to somebody because I really don't think that's normal. I really think that's not normal.
It's not.
I dare say I think you're overthinking things.
I'm not overthinking it. You got somebody who's driving around in a damn Jeep with short soles so they can dry it off. You got a question talking about are you sticking your balls in front of a damn fan? I'm just saying, I've never in my existence thought, damn, my balls are really sweaty. Let me find a wind funnel or something so I can go dry off my balls. My balls has never been that damn sweaty. If your balls are that sweaty, I think you need to go see somebody.
But don't you sometimes use a fan just because you're hot?
On my body. I have never just sat there and went, okay, I'm going to lower this fan down.
But are not your balls a part of your body?
So you put the fan on your legs?
So you don't need to be sweating to have the fan on your balls, just like you don't need to be sweating to have the fan on your face. You're just cooling.
Yeah, Anna's the one who has to put up with us, so yeah. It's sad when it takes a little old lady to start the most anime discussion here. It is about balls.
We love you, Mickey. We love you,
Mickey.
This discussion did have great testicular fortitude.
Hey. Not everyone is into AC all the time, and anytime there's a skin on skin, we sweat. Yeah, skin on skin.
Yeah, you ever held somebody's hand and they got a really high body temperature and it's like, ew, you know?
No, when their hands sweat. Oh my God.
That's skin on skin, bro.
Come kiss me. No, I'm dry. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. We're gonna go ahead and go into the second hour. So, and starting off with Anna, because I'm just gonna give you a heads up. I don't know what the hell these people are talking about, and Anna would, which is in a way I'm going to be educated. In a way, it's going to be pissing me off because I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about, and it pisses me off when I don't. We're going to go into the second hour, so please, everybody, do not forget to hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. It will tickle the balls of the algorithm of YouTube and suggest our video to other people.
Oh my!
So if anything, just keep in mind that not only are you helping this show out, you're tickling balls. So we will see you in 3 minutes, and we'll see everybody on the other side. So please stay tuned.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I wanna be free, I always stay dreaming, never imagine I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free, finally, I wanna be free,
We're back. I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers are looking pretty good. All I had to say is tickle the balls of the algorithm of YouTube, and the lights go up. So I'm going to continue to do that since it does work. Appreciate it. Love
It
you all.
pleases the algorithm gods. A little bit of tickling balls, you know.
Please tickle the balls of the algorithm of YouTube. So this is the second hour. I appreciate everybody coming back. So let's go and pay some bills, please. Please do not forget to go to Tracy Media LLC Patreon / Tracy Media LLC. She's tired, but the tiredness worked. She worked her butt off today. So please go and support her.
We are so proud of her.
We are very proud of her. So please go and support her on her Patreon page.
She kicked private healthcare in its ball sack.
Yeah. Really? I was not ready for that, and I should have been.
You should have been. You've been on here long enough. Please go to patreon.com / complex mind and help support Thea's. Thea's next project is next month, August.
Yeah, this is so next week I'll get the last deposit that'll go towards the back to school project, the school clinic. And then honestly, I am at a bit of a crossroads. Now I consider myself to be a fairly intelligent individual. So I am aware that I have not been, is like pushing or generating a lot of content and stuff like that. So that's why I'm probably not, doing a lot. Let's be honest. It's not about how much that we raise. That's been tremendous. I appreciate every nickel, dime, penny, bill, everything that came through. We're going to make this donation and we're going to do some big things with it. But I'm actually considering just shutting off my Patreon. I'm going through like this whole midlife crisis thing where I'm like, I might just shut it all down and climb back in my hole. And yeah.
Man, you didn't last but a week before you came back on this show and lost your mind. So whatever.
Thank you for talking me off the. Don't you ever?
No, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk you straight off the ledge. So I'm going to be real with you. You're going to shut down a thing that you do every other president. No, you need to get your butt in there and start revving up instead of shutting down. Because I'm not trying to be mean to you, but I am going to be mean to you. If you shut down, who the hell going to know? Because you ain't done nothing, and I don't know how long. Is he frozen? Or his lips just really look that way?
I ain't frozen.
Oh, God, no, that's fantastic. That's a skill to look irritated. Rev up your doggone stuff. They're telling you that for the longest time.
Every time I think about putting together a video, I get ready to do it, and then I'll be like, I don't know if I really give a damn about that. And then I'll be like, well, here's a different idea, and I'll go to, I don't know if I give a damn about that. And it's just, I don't know. Yeah, get out your own way, out your own head.
I tell you what, this is how I do videos.
We are our own worst enemy.
This is how I do my videos. Don't do it for you, then. And definitely don't do it. I do it because one day when I'm not on here, my children, my grandchildren are going to see these videos and they're going to know a little bit about their grandfather other than what they know now when I see them in the playful everything else. But then they're going to know the realistic, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about that? Because if you believe this stuff is going to disappear in that time here out of your damn mind. So I need them to know where I stand and how I feel about stuff other than seeing hey, throw the ball to me, G-Paw. I need to know other things. So I honestly do it for them too. Thing is, you are one of the most intelligent people that I have ever met, but you put so much well, what about they not gonna like well, they not gonna dude. Somebody said this yesterday. I already heard it, but it's the only analogy. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't even want to take the whole bite. You want to take the whole foot or the whole hose and go, but now I see progress. dude, just do bits and pieces at a time and be consistent with what you're doing.
Bro, I get you. I get you.
Yeah,
That's cool. I'm with you. But see, I got like over 100 videos.
And I'll talk to you. Do you understand when I always say when I told my children this? Do you know when you say the word "but" after
it cancels everything that came before it?
Out everything that you said beforehand. Okay,
yeah. Right. That's cool, right?
But Theus, you are incredibly talented. And
yes,
when you think that people aren't interested in hearing, I'm sorry, brother, but you're wrong. We are interested.
You are dead wrong.
No, and see, so check this out. No, I appreciate that. I'm not falling on deaf ears, and I don't do that. I don't do that whole thing where like, oh, let me say something, and then yes, y'all say something nice back to me, and then I'll say something back. No, that's not this. That's not what this is.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it's like I have a very distinctive taste, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So the stuff I talk about with you guys, I talk about this with my kids too. So it's not like it's in the ether or whatnot. And me stop talking won't change the fact that I'm still trying to do things. That's not that either. Excuse me. It's just a simple fact that I know the type of stuff that I'm interested in talking about. There's no feedback that bounces off of it because it's not just what I do on the videos. It's all over my social media. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where like you can assume that there's a lot of people who are listening or watching and they just don't do feedback. You know what I mean? Because sometimes that's how people are. Like they'll observe, but they won't interact, right? Because they don't want it falling in their feed or whatever it's. I don't know, whatever.
A lot of people are afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. Marlon, keep this thing going, man. Yo, what's the next little dumbass video? What's we got?
Okay.
It's hard to just ask people for money, though, and you have a vision where you want to help change the world for the better, and that's. Is it the trying to raise money part? Is there something?
Nah, because see, let's be real. If I really wanted to, raise more money, then there's absolutely ways to do so, right? So there's putting out more content, but that's going to be the slower of all the options that are there for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about raising, we raised what, about just under $300, I think, right? With effort, I could have done that in a month. Okay. So it's not the dollars per se, right? I have to scale that back purposely. I am purposely throttling back how much I raise because I do not have enough to start a nonprofit organization. So I have to pay the taxes on every dollar that people are kind enough to give me. So that means that comes out my paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So it can't get me so big or I'm in a whole different set of problems, So that's that part. So that's not the issue. You know what I'm saying? I could go to local businesses. I could talk to people face to face. I could make phone calls. I could do emails. There's so many different things you could do to do more than, what I've been doing. The content thing really is more like, I don't know. I enjoy hanging out with you guys because it's so much more fun talking to people. But when I get to just talking by myself, it's boring as hell. It's stuff that only interests me and just kind of you might find 50, 60 more people out there who want to hear the craziness of me. Right. So that's that part. You know what I'm saying? It's
okay. All right, we're gonna move on.
I told you ain't listening to me. You don't ever listen to me.
I don't feel like pulling out a tissue for you. So
I want you to pull out another dumbass video.
If you don't want some company, you do know that we're here.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Yeah, go to Anna Hart's website, borrelia-etc.com. Learn something you never thought you should learn. And in most cases, before it's too late. Did it scare you? It should. And if you please will go to my Patreon page, Radical Truth to Power, because I'm an idiot. You need to spell it exactly the way it's spelled on there in order for you to find it. Because
Capitals.
all
It's
the
not really the
capitals on
spelling; it's the capitals.
Cause yeah.
Yeah, that ain't on you, dog.
That's no.
Diaz, you have taught me a lot. Some things you have said still have me thinking. Yep.
But that's
Agree.
usually, thank you. But that's usually in this platform or when we kicking it with Tracy. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like
this platform was grown because I was consistent with doing it every week. And I grew it.
Because you're awesome.
I would say your single, your man series. I was very interested in that.
Yep. We just
You're
have a
just
bunch of guys
thinking
on.
was incredible.
All I hear are excuses. Yeah.
Me too.
This is the part where we move on because he done shut down now. Okay, this is for Anna because I'm going to play the first video. And then I'm going to quickly go into the second video to explain the first video. I'm going to emphasis in saying this off the bat. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. The first video is you're a complete fucking idiot, but they said something in the middle of it that needed an explanation, which is why I'm putting in the second video. But the second video is more what I want Anna to explain to me because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then when you did say it, I wanted to punch somebody in the throat because I still don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you're pissing me off because it just doesn't make any more sense to me. Yeah, it took me there. It took me there. Yeah. So here's the first video.
Buddy posted to Facebook. Hi, babes. I'm hiring a private cook for trade for July. My month is busy serving clients, and I need help getting fed. I want several home-cooked meals delivered weekly for 4 weeks. Single or full-time mamas might be an ideal match, or a man who wants to cook for a busy working woman. I'll give VIP service on my books to receive life-altering, deeply healing, transformative body work. This will be ideal for an individual who's maybe given birth and never received care or a safe space to heal and integrate their traumas and wants a deep relaxation reset. I assume that the cooking and meal prep will be much cheaper than the dollar value of the work that I'll give to you, which is extra awesome for you. This is high value for me because time is money and I don't have as much available to slow cook and prep my foods. I need to be well nourished and fed. I don't do dietary restrictions and I aim for 2,000 calories a day. Meats, broths, root vegetables, raw milk, butters, organs, fish, cooked fruits, and ancestral eating is the vibe. Butter me up, baby. I'd be happy to share my resources for pro-metabolic eating if that's interesting to you. That will support your body and healing journey too. You'll have a weekly VIP spot on my book.
Okay, I'm finna pull a Theus real quick and so we can move on. Yada, 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 lady, you crazy. Ain't nobody gonna cook it for your ass for free for some damn vibe or whatever the fuck you was talking about you was gonna give somebody. Nobody gives a fuck. Fuck you. Go to hell. All that
I would
stuff.
never say such a thing.
You know what? Okay, now I'm gonna bring myself to me.
I would never.
Please stop doing. I want you to work for free in exchange for I'm gonna say your name one time on my YouTube video or one time in my TV show or one time on my radio show or all this stuff. If I'm working for you, I want my money, not call outs and kudos and everything else. Nobody don't know who the fuck you are. And at the end of the show, nobody still not gonna know who the fuck you are. So we're gonna get that out the way. So we're not even worried about this lady no more. It's the second fuck her. It's the second part that I want Anna's help with. And if Anna can't help, I'm never playing this ever again because
no pressure.
because
Alright.
I'm just gonna go into it.
All right, I've got to ask, and I really don't mean to be insulting at all. If this is something that like someone out there does and they swear by it, I'm not insulting it. I'm just saying I literally don't know what's the line? Life-altering, deeply healing, transformative bodywork. I have no idea what that is. Does anybody? Is that massage? Is she talking about massage? What the hell is transformative bodywork? You know what I imagine when I hear transformative bodywork? Someone turning into a werewolf. All right, that's transformative bodywork. It's like, what is this lady talking about? Okay, down in the comments, people are talking about this, and it is the method of working on the physical body that begins the process of contacting, accepting, and transmuting pain and trauma and congested energy that resides within the physical, emotional bodies. I'm sorry, what? This leads to insight and wisdom. It has two forms. The first form is the concrete, dynamic form of active manual manipulation to the body. Okay, so massage. The second form is the abstract, energetic form of deep release and transmutation using myofascial point holding. Yo, how is this explanation leaving me more confused than when I didn't know anything about it before? Myofascial point holding? The f*** on this.
Myofascial. Okay. So yeah, he's talking about massage. They're talking about Reiki. They're talking about tapping. There are certain points on our head that relate to, pardon me, our cranial nerves, and there are lots of them. I just forget the number. And so doing this tapping while you say certain phrases. Now, for me, even the very simple, I am worthy of healing, I am worthy of having a day without pain, those kind of phrases, when you say them over and over, and when you do the point word, it is incredibly emotionally releasing. I have cried at trauma I didn't even know that I had until that point. I didn't know it was an issue. And yes, trauma. Oh, hell, I don't need to tell you. You guys know generational trauma. So it seeps into our bones, and you have to do some energy work, which is more about how you get your own, how do I put it? Generally, we call it chi, the majesty of life, energy, that when we are thinking about moving through our blood, through our veins, through our arteries, we should imagine and breathe life into the energy of all cells. And there is something in recognizing this and giving it a bit of credence that can absolutely open up some people to, like I said, not even realizing that they needed some healing in this particular spot. Now, I really don't know if I got close to this myofascial, whatever that chicky was.
Myofascial pointing.
So no, I just don't see there.
Okay.
And before Marlon says something crazy, first, I just
Because
want
I am.
I want to say everything you just said. I'm 100%. I'm with you. See, here's the thing that I think is very important. This is a very serious moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's not your way of navigation doesn't mean that it's wrong. It
Absolutely.
just might be wrong for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, like for some people, they pay money to go to someone to teach them how to rhythmically breathe,
Yeah.
how to quiet their mind. Like ultimately, all these different things, in the most boiled down way I know how to put it, is managing energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you got the people who do like the feng shui, where they use physical arrangements to navigate energy. You got people who try to master the chi, and they
Mm-hmm.
use internal energy. You got like some of the more softer martial arts that is moving energy in and around, and all. This is all, and then you got meditation, you got prayer.
Yeah.
All these things is really, you're taking energy, because
Yeah.
we're all connected. Whatever your belief system is, we're all connected to everything. Like there are lines that bind us, and people are just trying to find their way to find some level of peace. So I'm saying all of that because the crazy lady in the story, she might be crazy, but what she's doing is not necessarily crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
in a way, what she is pointing out, or what she is actually presenting in what come, the voice of the dude uses always messes me up. So that it taints the story. But the lady basically is saying, I have a barter and trade proposition.
Yes. I have a service
You,
that is worth a certain amount of
yeah,
money. Yes.
your service is meal prep, cooking, or what have you. My service or my skill set is over here on the meditative front.
Mm-hmm.
So I am willing to trade my talent and skill for your
Bring it
talent
in.
and skill. My particular flavor is all these things that was named. Your particular flavor that I'm looking for is this particular range of cuisine. If you fit that and I fit this and you want to trade, let's do this. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see anything wrong with that.
Nope.
I think the
Just
voice messes it all up.
agree. And that lady was a little. You can now cook for me and learn about all the things.
Right, but
She
okay,
did seem a
check this
bit
out. Check this out
sanctimonious.
though. You can now cook for me and understand how wonderful my things are for your little stuff. That's one way.
That's one way. Yep.
If you are willing to cook for me and prepare the dishes the way that I know that you know how, I will put you on my books. You're not going to be charged for it because we're going to be exchanging value for my range of services. Whole different feeling. All
Yes.
you're really doing is just switching out some of the you're pulling the Karen out and you're putting Monique in there. That's all.
Well said.
Okay. My turn.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Brian.
Theus, could you please say that last part again?
I took the
How the
Karen out and put Monique in.
correct way of trading services.
Take the Karen out and put the
Yeah,
Monique in.
take the Karen out. The correct.
I mean, I can
way.
never say the same thing twice. That's one of the reasons that, like, people love for me to rewrite their speeches
We
and
can
things like
trade.
that, but I can't do it the same
We
way
can
twice.
trade services. You
Right.
have a certain skill. I have a certain skill. We can trade services with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want y'all to keep that in mind before I jump into my rant, because this is where it kind of just took me aside. I don't see any problem with that. And if there's a service out there that can help you, that's new to you and everything else, and it helps other people, look, I'm on the clear understanding that what works for one doesn't always work for others, and vice versa. As long as the person that it works for, you're not pushing it on everybody else, and the person that it don't work for, you're not pushing it on the people that it do work for. I think you're just being an ass when you do that, period, point blank.
Yes.
You really are.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I have a set of skills of cooking. Here is my cooking skills. Now, from your part, I have not a fucking clue what your skill is. You putting in these big ass fucking words that I don't even know what the hell you even saying. You bifacial Malaysia, Bakuka Galaka Lajalo, and it'll help you. What? I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know what you're finna do to me. And by the way, if you tapping me on my head, I'm gonna tap your ass back. And it ain't gonna feel as good as you think it is to me. Because where I come from, tapping on your damn head means we finna fight. So you need to take these big words out. And I've always had an issue with that. Please stop using words to make your ass sound smarter. You just really just confuse a whole bunch of fucking people, and your product could be fantastic.
Marlon,
If you're trying to slow it down with biofacial, Indonesia, Ikaluja, Kalalala, and we gonna buka buka with your lula lula. And I'm looking at you like, I don't know what you gonna do with my lula lula, because I didn't even know I had a lula lulu. But if now that I have a lulu lulu and you finna do something to it that I don't even know what, I didn't know I had it, and two, you finna do something to it, I don't know what exactly that is. I'm gonna go back to what we talked about earlier. Is Lulu my balls? What you finna do to my balls? I don't know my balls. I don't know what I need you to do to my balls.
Marlon, darling.
I don't need you to release anything from my balls because I already know how to do that since the age of 14. I don't.
You don't know
with understanding what to do. That's what I'm saying.
You don't know.
I understand what you're saying. I need to.
You don't know.
What service is.
You don't know, Marlon.
I don't know, and this lady didn't explain it.
That's why
I don't know.
Once you go to the service, Marlon, darling.
Nope.
Put on a blindfold so you don't even have to see the Lulu being a doo-doo.
I need to know, first of all, I just need to know what body part of mine is the buka buka. I just need to know that, and we'll take it from there.
This is straight secret. I don't ask you what you put in your gumbo. You don't ask me what I do to your Lulu.
I didn't ask what you were going to do to it. What part of my body are you describing as buka buka? And then we can go from there. That's all I need to know. What part of my body you call buka buka?
Myofascial pointing. All I'm going to teach you
I don't know what the fuck that means.
We're going to teach you to take your bottom lip and point it towards your left ear and your right eye to your lower chin, and it will be releasing. It'll be magical.
Now, everything else that Anna said, the chi, and Theas, you were thinking of Tai Chi. It's the
Tai Chi is the martial arts version. Yeah,
it's a rhythm movement of
redirecting energy.
Yeah, releasing energy.
There's Tai Chi. There's what?
Honestly, those things I do believe in. Everybody needs to find something that is stress relieving.
And this lady believes in myofascial. Well, she didn't even say myofascial point. That came from the comment section.
Yeah.
She said some magical touching stuff. But I'm just saying, you know, you touch it right, you know what I'm saying? There might be some healing stuff going on, you know. And, you know.
That woman is putting a value on her services without giving the cook a chance to put a value on their services.
It's just the beginning of the negotiation.
And Mickey, that actually works both ways, to be honest with you. Her services, while it may be interesting, she may not be good at it. And vice versa. Like, all she asked for was a cook. I know how to cook. When you get to the
got a pretty good range of stuff that she's willing to eat. And then she said, I mean, okay,
first of all, got the organ thing though, but okay.
Shorty, what? I mean, she just might live. She likes liver. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you know, she a big girl because she said, throw all that in it. I could eat with her. 2,000 plus calories. Oh yeah, cheese and butter. Let's go. Let's try this out. Italian food all day long. And I'm talking like American Italian food, not like the real Italian food. The real Italian food got too much olive oil and butter sauce going on. I'm not really feeling that. I want the mozzarella cheese and the marinara.
Please stop giving me a loaf of bread and some damn olive oil with something sprinkled in and talking about this your damn appetizer. I don't know what
don't do that to me. Don't do that.
I don't
it's
like
gonna look the same way when you come back.
I don't do bread and Vaseline. I'm not that type of. I don't know what this was supposed to be about. That's exactly what it tastes like to me. It's just like, what am I supposed to do with this? This is disgusting. This is actually gross. I don't.
Here's some flavorless wet bread.
This really is. Drip it off. Here's a loaf of bread and motor oil. Bon appetit. We'll bring out your main course later. A live squid. Foxy's videos of the week. One political one that we're gonna get into, only because this dude gets on my fucking nerves. It is not really there's a term in professional wrestling. If anybody don't know, I've been watching wrestling since I was 8 years old. So the terminology that we have is there's a terminology called heat. Does this guy have heat? And heat means is the audience feeling what you're doing, either if you're a good guy or a bad guy. If you're a bad guy and they're booing you, ooh, blah, 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 that's heat. If you are a good guy and they're cheering and everything else, that's heat. Then there's a term called X-Pac heat. And there was a wrestler that came out and nobody good or bad was affected by him. He would go in there, people would be like, okay, you're here. Here you go. And it's in the terms as time went on, it was literally called go away heat. As in, we just don't want to see you. We're sick of you. We're not going to cheer you if you're a good guy. We're not going to boo you if you're a bad guy. We just want you to go away. Now,
he's just a bad character.
He's just a bad character. We
interact with the character. Okay.
No, like a little Paul Bearer looking dude who's following around the Undertaker.
This is the word I've been trying to find. Nobody reacts to that person one way or the other. If you come out there, you're a bad guy, I don't care. We're not going to boo you. We're going to the bathroom. If you're a good guy, I don't care. We're going to the bathroom. Let's go away, heat. Please go away. Stop being on my TV. Stop being at my shows. Just go away. Now, with that definition out the way, this is what this next video is with this guy. I don't care one way or the other. I just want him to go away because you are phony. You're a fake. You have taken every element of the Trump era, mega era, everything. You know, rolled it up in a ball. You know, released it. It works a few places, but you're just not. Just go away. I don't even want to boo you because you a effing joke. But
I'm sensing a little bit of irritation here.
You'll see in a minute.
That wouldn't be go away heat.
This is go away heat. This is me just saying, dude, just go away. Just go away.
I just saw the single greatest political ad I've ever seen in my entire life. And it involves my favorite movie from when I was 4 years old. If you're in Pennsylvania, vote for John Fetterman for U.S. Senate in November. Until then, enjoy this.
We'd like you to keep your promise to us, if you please, sir.
And now I've got the #1 miracle in a bottle to burn your fat. It is the new Miracle Berry. Lightning in a bottle. The miracle of the year. It's raspberry keto, sea buckthorn, alpha cyclodextrin, green coffee bean extract, yacon syrup, red palm oil, Garcinia cambogia. It's a miracle flower, this miracle pill, brand new miracle.
Do you believe that there's a miracle pill out there?
There's not a pill that's going to help you long-term lose weight and live the best life without diet and exercise.
You ought to be ashamed. ashamed of yourself.
You may think magic is make-believe, but this little bean has scientists saying they found the magic weight loss cure for every body type.
A recent study found the main ingredient in those magic beans not only failed to help lab mice, it gave them the early symptoms of diabetes.
I'll fight to secure the border so we don't have to fly illegal immigrants into airports like this in the middle of the night.
He actually had to pay the largest fine in American history for employing undocumented workers. $95 million? I can't even believe this figure.
I'm a resident of Montgomery County. I voted twice, so I feel big-time Pennsylvania.
For years, he's lived in New Jersey, and his social media still frequently shows him at his North Jersey mansion. So he is running for office in a state he doesn't seem to want to live in.
You humbug! He's completely changed his positions on just about every issue.
At this point, Bill Cosby is a more credible TV doctor.
I know you know how much power you have. You are very powerful.
If you are really great and powerful, you keep your promises.
Physicians say Dr. Oz is a quack and a charlatan.
The only thing that people like Dr. Oz care about is themselves.
You're a very bad man.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I don't see the problem here.
I actually really like that ad.
It was a good ad.
That was a good ad, but like I said, Oz don't strike me like the new people that comes out. Even Herschel Walker, which
boom,
that last statement that he made that Tracy told me, I'm
like the
air, like
our good air floats over to
China. You haven't heard that one?
To bed. Oh, okay, good, yeah.
So he doesn't even strike me as Herschel Walker type strike me. It is more like he just really just woke up one day and decided, you know what, the bullshit is working better than the truth, so I'm going to research all the bullshit and I'm going to pile it together. Hey, we caught you in this lie. I'm going to go find the other bullshit that I've been planning on using. It's almost as if it's like, I'm going to use the bullshit until I get caught, then I'm going to move on to the bullshit. Like he already got it written down like in a list. And what's he do? It doesn't strike me the Herschel Walker, the Ron DeSantis, even the Trump. It doesn't hit me like it's like, dude, you are so fake. It's like
they're all fake.
Just
Herschel Walker is fake. He's real in his stupidity.
Then at least entertain me with your crap. This dude's
not
even entertaining.
You just put your finger right on it, and you touched on it when you brought in the introduction with the wrestling thing. I wanted to see where you were going, but it's all about entertainment. That's the season of political appetite that we're in right now. So, Dr. Oz, his only qualification for running for this particular office is that he is an entertainment celebrity. Donald Trump was the same thing. Herschel Walker, same thing. It's about popularity and fandom.
Yeah.
And this isn't just to pick on the other side, because we're similar on our side too. We're way too basic in what we want. We want to be entertained. On the left, we're starting to hear more and more of, I just want to see the fight. Like Gavin Newsom. That's how he caught my attention. He's the one darn Democrat with a brain who actually will get into the ring and say something. But look at Pennsylvania, because that's what this is about, right? Fetterman had a stroke, y'all. You know what I'm saying? My man ain't been on. He ain't, huh?
She was agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah, he had a stroke. Dude ain't been on the public forum for months. Okay? So yes, he has some great advertisements coming out. He's not directing all of that. He might be now, but up until his recovery a few days ago, at this point, probably, That's been his wife and his team. So you're being impressed by his team's social media.
I think that was a PAC that paid for the ad.
Huh?
I think it
But
was.
he's also got like memes and all kinds of stuff flowing too. The dude is bringing it to Dr. Oz's butt. Okay,
he is.
So,
yeah.
But my point is, this is his team doing this, and we're drawing attention to it because they're being so entertaining and insightful in how they're doing it. That's entertainment. That's not politics. And then you got Dr. Oz. Dude lives in Jersey. Okay, but he's running
You
in
don't
Pennsylvania.
see that as the credentials being presented?
What do you mean?
Okay, so from Fetterman's
I'll be right
side,
back. I'll be right back, but I'm listening.
I mean, I understand what you're saying about entertainment. I'm just wondering, though, because they are presenting you with facts about where Dr. Oz has been, and
oh, I see. I think I'm with you, but what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that Fetterman's not a good candidate, because I don't follow Pennsylvania like that. All right, but my point is, what's getting him the most attention and what's putting him over the edge is not all of the work that he has been doing for labor and for working class families, which is what that's the bones of what he's trying to do. That's where his heart is at, and he's been delivering. What's keeping him relevant is because he's entertaining us. And then Oz is also entertaining us to watch him fall apart.
True.
But on his side of the aisle, though, they're entertained by the fact that this is one of their TV icons. So they're watching him through that lens. Like,
no, sorry,
you know
a lot of people called on Oprah to denounce Dr. Oz. Do you think she has any kind of responsibility there?
See, I don't know if I would say responsibility one way or the other, because my thing is, he has an entire career that yes, he's grown off of her co-signing him in the beginning, but he's been doing his own thing for damn near 20 years at this point. So it's just another entertainment avenue to say, ooh, he's tied to Oprah in some way. Oprah, what do you think? Oprah ain't no elected official. Oprah ain't even affected by none of the stuff that he does. Why are you worried about Oprah? Entertainment value. The American public is intentionally, because yes, they play you like you're crazy or whatever, but the fact is we're freaking lazy. And that's one of the reasons that when we were talking a little while ago, why I'm starting to think about shutting down again, is because I expected more out of the American public than what the hell we're capable of. Okay, it ain't that we're not able. No, screw that. Forget that. I used to think that we weren't doing more, we weren't more engaged because people kept talking down to us. No, we're freaking lazy, and that's the problem. So if you want to vote for people because who entertains you the most, you want to like you're captivated by Herschel Walker's Boom commercial, or you won't vote for this person because she was married to that guy or whatever. Look, America, you get the politics that you deserve. You don't want more.
Chris.
You can tell me you want more. I'm on a rant right now. I'm sorry. You can tell me you want more. You don't fucking want more. You're lazy. You don't want to step up. You don't want to do the damn work. And my kids are going to be the ones who have to come behind this bullshit. So that's why I'm shutting down, man, because I'm sick of people. I'm sick of them. You don't want more. So fuck it. If I got to buy some guns and sit in a corner and hope that I get old one day, then that's where we're going to be. That's why I'm planning to get the hell up out this country. Fuck all y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. Dr. Oz and Fetterman. This motherfucker ain't even out here doing shit. But he's your competition for this cat over here. That's how Oz is going to win in the end. Because after all of this shit is said and done, it's all said and done, and it's about time to go vote. What people are going to do is they're going to say, but at least he isn't sick. and then they're going to pull the lever for Oz. Because at least he isn't sick, and at least he's famous. And you don't get to be famous if you weren't somehow chosen.
No,
and that's how you
Fetterman
end up.
has been doing a lot of work, not only with his campaign, but knowing that he wanted to run and starting to do work. He was all around Pennsylvania.
Fetterman is the better candidate.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm saying people aren't smart enough to function off of that. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get ready to go vote. And unless that man has an amazing turnaround and he's able to walk in there like Rocky just got his ass whooped in the last movie, but he's about to whoop Drago's ass today. Unless he does that, he will be tainted by the fact that he was human and he got sick.
I'm going to push back on one thing.
I'm right and you're wrong, but go ahead.
I'm going to push back on one thing. If this was a while back, Theus, and you know me by now, this was a while back, I would agree 100% with everything. The only caveat I would have actually said, and some of y'all people still do this, and it still pisses me off. Y'all won't change. You don't want to be the change. You still wait for this damn hero to run down from the fucking mountaintop. And that's kind of the part that pisses me off. You're still looking for your damn Martin Luther King Jr.'s. You're still looking for your Malcolm X's. You're still looking for your John F. Kennedy's. You're looking for everybody else to do the job while you bullshit around, sit on there, cry, moan, groan, and bullshit. And when I ask your ass, did you vote? I ain't gonna vote because that's a waste of damn time. I didn't, and I've told you this before. I'll tell you again. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, shut the fuck up. I don't give a rat's ass about you being pissed off. I don't. I couldn't care less if you not gonna do the job. Earlier in this show, I sat there and we harped praise on Tracy. And trust me, Tracy can complain. Love you, Tracy, but you do complain. But you actually at least go out there and do something about it. You fucking sit around and just complain about it, but you don't want to do shit. Fuck off. I don't care. Stop wasting my damn time listening to you. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not going to listen to you. You are wind through the leaves on a tree. You make a lot of noise, but you ain't doing shit.
Now, Marlon, part of what you said. Now, I know you're not talking to. Well, I don't know. I assume you're not talking.
I'm not talking to you.
And there's more that I need to be doing. Now, I do a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell y'all all my business, but I need to be doing more. Don't get me wrong. But here's my thing. There are Martin Luther Kings out there. There are Malcolm X's out there. There are Sojourner Truths out there. There are, Ida B. Wells out there. You got people out there right now, 10 toes down, doing the work. And I'm not talking about you. What I'm saying to you guys is you're fucking wasting your time. I appreciate that you're doing it. I do. Because somebody's got to believe. I used to.
I have started to actually ask people, do you truly want a democracy? Do you want something where it is going to take work from our part?
I'll tell you this.
I'm not getting good answers.
Ask me if I okay, first of all, okay. All right. Now here's I can't help but hear everything in Theus Robinson blackness. So when they come at me and they're like, they're threatening our democracy. Motherfucker, we ain't had no damn democracy.
This is a republic.
America has never.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you with this one thing. They are threatening us with our democracy. That would never be my statement to say to them. My statement to them is, please shut the fuck up because you have no idea what the fuck that is. You have no idea what democracy you are. Once again, Obama. Sloganeering. You heard that shit from somebody that they're threatening our democracy. And when I ask your ass what that means, they're taking away our rights. What rights? And you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Exactly.
You have not a clue.
100%. That's what I'm saying. So like when people be like, you know, they're taking away, they're threatening our democracy. I'm sitting here like, look, let me give you a little something from the minority, the true American minority, because globally we're not minorities, but in America, if you have had the weight of the United States government on your throat, you come from one of three communities: the indigenous people, the Latinos, and the black people. Okay? We ain't never, ever had the benefit of American democracy. We've had, in the words of Malcolm X, American hypocrisy, right? We've had the duopoly. We've had the duplicity, right? We've had the opportunity to benefit from some of the scrapings and the leavings. I would call it incidental democracy is what some of the things that we have. You have some amongst us who have managed to not excel because of democracy, but they were able to excel because of capitalism, or through favoritism, or through an exception clause, or because they're just that freaking amazing. That is true. You have those people. But as a collective, democracy has never been the real thing that America had.
Nope.
Not from the freaking beginning. Because a democracy is basically saying that the people vote, right? And they choose their representatives. And it's twisted a concept as capitalism is about the free market. Like, we can say those are stale platitudes. But at the end of the day, you have the Electoral College that's been with us since the beginning, because that was put in place to put a bit of a buffer in there so that the slave states wouldn't be completely overrun by the non-slave states. So they had that. Then on top of that, even what states could be in the Union, those were negotiated between you're going to have slaves or not have slaves. If we're going to add a slave state, we got to add a non-slave state. So even then, you were controlling the matrix on how that stuff happens. Then you have the state representatives who get to decide what your gerrymandering laws, and the Supreme Court that comes in and says gerrymandering's cool. I don't care. Just don't say you're doing it because they're black. Just do it because they're black, but don't say you're doing it because they're black. So where is this damn democracy that we're talking about? So the problem is the majority was okay with democracy so long as it operated like a theocracy that benefited them. And now that it's not on a trajectory to continue to allow the majority to have outsized influence and authority, then it's time to change the system. And that's what they're working on right now. Democracy was a great thing. It was a great slogan. It was the little McDonald's jingle of America. But it's time to switch some things up. And we're going to go with theocracy or autocracy or monarchy, or they don't care what the hell it is, as long as being a white male or a white female comes with sufficient social currency to afford a certain standard of living. It ain't about you being black. So sorry, black folks, this ain't about us. We're just in a weakened position, so it hits us hard. It's not about being a woman. Sorry, ladies, it ain't about you. You're just like us. It's just incidental. It ain't about being differently abled. It definitely ain't about y'all. They treat people who are disabled in some way as though they're defective from the damn manufacturing line. This is about a culture that has decided I can't reliably guarantee that my offspring will be on a path of least resistance. and so we got to fix that. That's all.
This is my
Sorry,
thing.
we weren't supposed to be serious.
No, this is my thing. You've been holed up for a whole week. I know that shit was like.
I appreciated this conversation tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it because he won't do this shit on his own damn show and release it next week. But I'm not even going to talk about that.
I ain't got no show, so I don't know show notes.
But my deal is this. It's a good news and it's a bad news thing. This is what I was pushing back on. It's a good news and a bad thing. Good news, bad news thing. The good news is I don't think they're going to win anymore.
Who?
The conservative, mega, however the hell you want to say it.
I think they got a few more wins in there.
I don't think so.
I think they'll start losing big in a little bit, but right now they got a couple more.
Lose. This is my thought. Thought. That they're not going to win the way they thought they was going to win. When we get the majority, we're going to the blah 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 and everything else. I don't think so.
Trump's picks have not been going well, so
no, they haven't. But those are only the ones who are not running in gerrymandered districts, and so the House is toast.
I don't think so.
But
I really don't think so. I don't think the House. I don't think the Senate is. I don't think so.
I don't think the Senate's necessarily going. I think they're going to be surprised by what happens with the Senate.
I don't think that's going to happen. The Senate is. The House is. I don't think anything's going to happen to the House personally. I don't think so. Senate, but let me get to my point of everything, or the reason why I even feel the way that I feel. And this is the bad news, and get used to it because this is the fucking America that we live in. All the shit that we've been telling you that was wrong with this damn country, we've been telling your ass for the past 50, 60, 70 years. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to waste my damn time trying to find a number so you could go, ha, you was wrong. This happened. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. My point is, you didn't give a fuck about something that we, the minority community, have been telling you what's been so fucked up about this country for X amount of years till it started fucking with the white people. And now you want to fight.
Started fucking with a certain
white people. No. I'm not even gonna do that till it start really fucking with your liberties. See, I'm not. I know what you're going with.
I'm not saying like the whole. Well, not everybody. That's not the point I was making.
Where you go with this? Because you're the poor white community. And I'm going to push back on this by saying you didn't even give a fuck because you knew everything that was an atrocity in this country was only affecting minorities. But hey, since I got Billy Joe that can grow food, and I got Billy Bob that can fix a car, and I got Billy Jane that can do this, that, and the other, and Bobby Sue that can do this, you didn't give a fuck. But when they start going after you, and they start saying, and I quote, I don't give a fuck how old you are. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck where you from, what you do, or what you say. The rules and regulations and laws that we put in place is going to affect you. Now, all of a sudden, you're looking for the minority community to start battering together to start leading your ass about something we told your ass 60 fucking years ago.
No, I feel you.
We told you. How much warning could you possibly give the road runner when we tell you the coyotes finna eat your ass? How many years can we sit here and tell you, dude, they're gonna fuck with you? This was a blueprint, and you fell for it, hot skipping journey. And here's the funny part about the bad news about it, because I'm going to continue with the bad news. As soon as you don't get the House, you don't get the Senate, you're gonna go right back to the fucking way that you were because you feel that you're safe.
You talking about the left or the right now?
The right.
Oh.
You're gonna go right. You're gonna go literally. You're gonna go right back to. I didn't even talk about the left.
I'm like the right gonna go ape shit if they lose.
Yeah, but they're gonna go ape shit. But I'm talking about the poor white people. You just want and let's be realistic about it, because I try to be realistic about it on this show. You just want your rights back. You really don't give a fuck about anybody else's right. You just don't want your rights fucked with. And when you do get your rights fucked up back, when you do get your rights back, you're gonna go back to exactly the way you were. Seal the borders, the great replacement theory. We can't spend money on everybody. I don't give a fuck if you go hungry, broke, starving, and whatever. You're gonna go literally. You're gonna go right back.
So, if I may,
right, I'm done.
The little bit of the pushback that I would place there,
okay,
is all that you just said. I agree with it. Where there's differences are like coming to shading, right? Because we
always disagree on the shadings of it. We go
only because of this, right? I think it goes to intent. Poor white people are not blameless in this. They've always been the ones holding holding the noose. They were the ones holding the torch. They were the ones who blew up the church with our children in it. They were the ones who stole our babies and fed them to alligators so that they could catch the alligators for meat. These are not blameless people. What I would say, though, is there's differences in intent when we're talking about some of the messaging aspects, right? Because a lot of them, I would say the vast majority of them, do not know their history. Not only do they not know their history, but it's like, have you ever, and I know you have, so this is almost a rhetorical question, but have you ever tried to talk to our people about our history? Or try to convince one of us who don't like to vote to vote? So the blindness is everywhere out here, because at the end of the day, people don't want to think about concepts or issues that they view to be bigger than themselves, because they don't know how to package that to be effective in it. So instead, we shrink down to our bubbles of chaos. In my bubble of chaos, it's how do I feed my children? How do I have a nicer car when this car is no longer suitable? How do I find a way to keep up the maintenance on my home? If I don't have a home, how do I get to a position where I can get a home? Like, that is everybody's bubble.
Mm-hmm.
There's another thing happening outside of this bubble that provides either a more chaotic or a more peaceful environment. Being white doesn't fix your bubble. But what being white does is it means there's less things trying to poke your bubble.
Mm-hmm.
On the Black side, Latino side, all the various aggrieved communities, group sides, we got the chaos of our bubble, and then we got the chaos happening outside of our bubble, right? Nobody gets through this thing untouched. So the reason I'm saying all that is because these poor white people, you got to decide which ones you're trying to deal with, because they're not all the same, right? If you're trying to expand, okay, I'm going all over the place. So I'll go straight at it this way. Here's my frustration with politics, Democrat or Republican politics. If you really want to win, and I don't care which side you sit on, if you hear what I'm about to say, if you really want to fucking win, then you need to give people something that's tangible and show them how they can get small wins and the big wins. See, people will give you the time to give them the big wins if you'll just deliver them some small ones. And this is what the Republican Party does so well. They will give you some small wins. They don't mean much. They're cultural or they're emotional or they're really, in a way, in my view, insulting you. But you'll feel like you got something, even if it wasn't what you thought you were after. You're not the type of person who hates somebody else because of their color. You're not the type of person who hates somebody else because they have a different belief system. But you do have a color and you do have a belief system, and they play to that, and then they'll let you think that that win over here was for you. And that's how they play with you. Democrats, Republicans, whatever, if you want to get right, here we go. Here's a Theus Robinson real quick in a little buttonhole solution. Start investing in rural communities to give them more industry besides just farming and factories. Give them some other shit that they can do to keep their families close. Go to the cities and start actually, you're building all this shit all over the place. Instead of having them start at $300,000 for a freaking unit, started at $150,000, started at $120,000, right? Mm-hmm. You don't have to do this. You build these buildings knowing that they'll never be full. Because you know at the price point that you're talking about, as long as you can get the 40 or 50% occupancy, you're profitable. You want to put some things in place, start dialing that shit back. Start putting some controls and start throwing some subsidies out there to the American population so they can go and move into those buildings. Now, that way the developer still gets their money. They're still pricing it through with the bullshit out the wazoo. But now the government is helping people actually get into these homes and be in them. Deliver something to the people so that we don't have to focus on color. But if you won't give us anything, we'll focus on color. And that's what we do. Sorry.
Okay.
Shut up.
We're going to move on to the next video.
It's supposed to be fun. I was having fun. And then Marlon put this serious shit out here. It's Marlon's fault.
Y'all know damn well Theus has had this bottled up for a whole week.
I was having fun.
He released it like a sack of balls. So we're going to move on to the next video.
But they weren't purple.
Or blue.
But they definitely black.
They black. They're black. And dry. But we're going to move on to the next video. No. We're going to move on to the next video. We're going to move on to the next video, and basically it's just the hypocrisy of it all.
You dumb fucking snowflake. If you don't like it here, get the hell out. Do you even know what that term means? I knew you wouldn't know what it means. It means someone who's easily offended, you know, like over cops killing people in the streets or the Supreme Court overturning Roe. So the group of people who were offended by M&Ms, Bert and Ernie, sneakers, socks, coffee cups, coffee makers, holiday greetings, coolers, Starbucks, Coke, Oreos, Big Bird, Mr. Potato Head, Kohl's, Nordstrom's, Macy's, Walmart, Target, NFL, NBA, MLB, SNL, NASCAR, Univision, Netflix, HBO, CBS, UPS, and Minnie Mouse are going to call the left snowflakes because we don't want cops killing people in the streets and we don't want human rights taken away? Let's go, Brandon! That's what I thought.
My cute brain.
That was
Respect that man's beard. Good beard.
Beard on him. I'm proud of him with the beard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like your brother's beard, the beard that he got, that's a tight beard, bro. I can't grow nothing like that.
I don't want to grow nothing like that.
I mean, I don't either, but I mean, I can't.
I've been trying to do this damn Fu Manchu damn thing for the freaking longest time. It won't connect.
I've been rocking a goatee since I was probably 19, 20 years old.
It won't do it. And I try to let this grow out for like the longest time. And it's like, you know, rural America where I put a house here and then my next door neighbor's like 20 miles away. So I have a hair here and then the next hair is here and the next hair is over here. So I'm like, you know, y'all just really
you got the baby face. Just be happy with it and stop. Everybody want what they don't
baby
got.
face.
Everybody want what they ain't got, you know. You don't see me talking about I want an afro.
Good point. Nah, I'm not even gonna argue with that one. I had one, but I do want my beard.
You can have one right now. All that hair on your damn head.
And let me tell you something that my wife wants to do. Hold on. I'm actually going to pull it up because we got a few minutes to go. So, let me see.
He doing an energy thing right now, Anna.
So I actually looked up the myofacial, and that turned out to be something so not what you think it was. Myofacial tissue is actually all over our body. It's not a facial anything. And so there are certain points in because with our muscles, it's like trigger points. Getting to those, and then you get to release the muscles, and yeah, that works. That absolutely works.
So that's kind of like with the pins thing. What's it called? I forgot the name of it.
Acupuncture?
There you go.
Yeah. There's acupressure.
No.
Oh, I've had acupuncture, and it is great. You don't
I
feel
don't have the patience for it. You're not gonna just.
I thought of it, and I'm still gonna think it's a damn pin in me. Somebody just
but it's just
needle.
getting below the.
I can't. I know. I've looked it up. All I can feel is somebody's trying to screw a nail in me, and I'm not with that shit. I don't know what you go hit.
You actually don't feel a thing. They have these
They can set them on fire too.
Applicators cupping. Hey, yeah.
Not that. You ain't doing that to me. No. I did. I tried the little sexy with the wax thing. I ain't my calling. So I ain't gonna do no hot cups.
That's no wax play. No. Okay.
I'm pulling it up. I want to see if I can do it.
In fact, at my age, if you bring your ass around me talking about, hey babe, let's try. Nope.
Well, I can't do it now. Oh, share screen.
I ain't even trying to dig into the archives because flexibility ain't the same. I gotta go to the doctor and explain why I done pulled the wrong.
So, I can't bring it up. Hold on.
I mean, any day, man. Any day.
This is absolutely brand new to me. So this is what this big picture right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the new look my wife wants me to do.
I've seen it on a few people.
I can't bring myself to do it.
I mean, I ain't imposing myself on you here, bro. That to me, that's them 30 and them 30-year-olds that do that.
Yeah,
shit,
and that's my
okay.
That's my deal is.
But you can pull it off, man. You got the hair.
No, I don't think I do.
And it's
I don't think I do. Because you see how it's lined up and everything. There's some things that need to be cut.
No, once they get the braiding it back and everything, Now the problem that I think you'll have is that you have locks. So they would do some stuff to your head in order to get your hair free. So you'd have to retrain your hair.
I'm okay. It's and I'm not opposing the look at all for anybody else. All I'm saying is, if you feel like you have a certain look, don't try to change your look to look a certain way.
All right, because when I show up next week and my head look like that, don't say nothing.
Dude, if you could show up next week and your head do look that certain way, I'm not even bringing Tracy or Anna up. I'm just going to pull you up and just go.
They're doing amazing things, man. Hey, women can do all kinds of stuff. They got hair pieces for women. They got hair pieces for men.
They got the
when I found out Steve Harvey's box wasn't real, I was like, what?
They got stuff now that you can put on men where they are bald at the top, and they got this little, they draw you a little line, and then they spray paint it and give you a headline and everything.
Yeah.
You got hair.
So when I come through with my Milli
It's
Vanilli,
like
don't
spray
say
on
nothing.
grass, same thing.
Yeah, it's a cheetah pet.
Okay.
You got the hair. You have hair now.
I'm gonna be sitting here doing this the whole time
until you go out in the rain, and then you're fucked. So this next video, we're gonna have to get on that. See,
look at that.
Adam, your hair though, man, you could do whatever you want to, because it is style that you want.
Look at this. I got some.
No, that's what I'm saying. So point at your hairline.
There's a.
Point at
your back here.
Okay, now point at the hairline that you would want. So
right
they would draw a line, and they would do a whole bunch.
I wouldn't do that. I get the hat. They put a whole like skin layer on there, and then I have to get a little bit of baby hair. So I had them do a little squiggly baby hairs, and then I'd be on it, man.
No, they have the ones where they draw the line right here, and they draw the line, and then somebody put a card on, and they would spray paint your hair in all the way across, and then they take the hair off.
No, that's that cheap way. I don't want the graphite. I want the put that hat on me, and then like throw the hair up through the hat thing, and then be luxurious.
All right, Milli Vanilli.
I'll be sitting here and Marlon will be like, am I looking at my reflection?
I told you I would do the whole show just looking at things going. I promise you, I will literally do 2 hours of me looking at things going off on politics and religion and social media. I'm still going to sit there and just look at him like, and then once in a while I'm going to type, do y'all see this? Yeah. Things will be sitting there going to hell on, spittle coming out of his mouth, eyes bulging.
I don't spittle.
You spittle. You do spittle.
Wow.
All right, this last video, because we need to go ahead and get on out of here. This actually is from Mickey. Mickey instant messaged me this one, and I said I was going to put it on the show, so I am going to put it on the show. 2 legends in the entertainment industry at one time.
I was coming in from Baltimore to do the show, and, well, I was on the train there, and I'm settled in my seat. I'm very relaxed, and the first thought that passed through my mind was to familiarize myself with the surroundings. And I glanced across the aisle, and I noticed that the lady occupying the seat there had her baby with her. Ugly baby. Bad-looking baby. Now, generally, I'd hesitate about passing an opinion about somebody's kid, but this was, even if I don't say it, it's an ugly baby. I only took one quick look, like that, and I saw. In from the front of the coach comes this guy, he's had a few. And as he approached the section where the woman was with the baby, he stops and he stared like that. And the woman's watching him. She's watching him from the corner of her eye. She says to him, "What are you looking at?" The guy says, "I'm looking at that ugly baby." That's a bad-looking baby, lady. I bet you save a lot of money with that baby. You don't have to hire any babysitter. Nobody's going to bother that kid. The lady gets offended. She gets offended. Does that make sense? As he pulls the emergency cord, the train stopped. There's a big scene in there. Everybody's crowding around there. And you know the guy who goes through the train selling those 25-cent sandwiches for $1.50. He comes in, big scene. The conductor comes in. The conductor says, "What's going on here? What's going on here?" And the lady said, "This fellow just insulted me. And I don't have to spend my money to ride this railroad and be insulted." The conductor said, "Now calm down, lady." He said, "Madam, the Pennsylvania Railroad will go to any length to avoid having differences between the passengers. He said, perhaps it would be more to your convenience if we were to rearrange your seating. And as a small compensation from the railroad, if you'll accompany me to the dining car, we'll give you a free meal. Maybe we'll find a banana for your monkey." One of the funniest lines I've ever heard in my life. You don't know where he's going with it.
Thank you, Mickey. Everybody else looking all strange and everything.
So it's like this first.
Shit.
Flip Wilson, one of the best to ever do it. Love you, Flip. Rest in peace, my brother. Thank you for all the happiness. Thank you for all the laughs. Thank you for showing people how to do it, man. Appreciate that. You lose me anytime that the butt of your joke is a monkey joke. You lose me there. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying? Because I see where it is. I mean, this is back in like, what is it, 60s maybe? So back then, you had to throw those types of little joke punchlines for the white folks because they find that shit hilarious. Like everything he was saying through the whole joke was just funny as hell.
Yeah.
But that's the part that they just like lost their rabbit ass minds on. And that's because
so Johnny Carson.
It's the subtext
of
the joke. Right? Because it's the whole time it was building up. You're like, is he talking about a white lady? Is he talking about a black lady? It doesn't even matter. It's just an ugly ass kid. It's just an ugly ass kid. That's just funny. You don't take on kids. You know what I'm saying? But then when you throw in a little monkey joke, you got to remember the time that it is. It allows them to tap into that other shit. And that's why they found it so funny, because it's a shit they can't say out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's some genius on Flip's part.
Yeah.
Right? You watch some of these comedians, especially when they play up to white audiences, just watch them. Listen to what if you really know your history and you really understand how this shit works, you see when they throw a little something. Right? To throw a little something so that the people who are nervous about laughing get permission to laugh. That's what he did right there. But he did it at our expense. You know, maybe it wasn't what people, I'm telling you, but that's what it was. But Flip, one of the best. One of the best. Of course, Marlon and his colorblind ass, he probably think that he's being too.
It was a fucking joke.
See, told you.
Or it was just a joke.
Yeah. It was just a joke. We'll just take all context and the time that it happened in and anything that we know about Flip Wilson and the genius of his comedy, and we'll just suspend all of that and we'll just say it was just a joke.
Because
that's not how life works, Marlon. That's not how and that's not even how his art works. But it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Be colorblind, Marlon. I'm with you.
I want to be colorblind.
I know you do, brother.
Because even in the content of we had to use those situations to get ahead at that time. Yeah. It was disgraceful. I get it. I understand.
I didn't say that. I didn't even say that. That's not even what I said.
I'm saying it. There's a
Oh,
lot.
okay. Because you said it was just a joke, so I'm just.
But I want to use it as a joke. So Mickey, I appreciate it. I did not break it down into its purest form like Thea's did. I did not analyze it and rearrange it and everything. I appreciate you sending me stuff. For everybody else, please send it to me. I will look it over. And if I think that it's appropriate, of course, I will put it on the show. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, this is racist as fuck. I'm not going to do that if it now.
I didn't say that.
Now, let's get something completely and utterly.
I actually said thank you because I love Flip Wilson and the genius of his comedy.
And I've
never seen that clip, and I really, really appreciate that as well. So thank you, Mickey, on that. Before Marlon continues to talk about Theus to Professor X over here.
Yeah, exactly, Professor X. And I love Johnny Carson, even though I quite honestly have never actually watched a complete show of the Tonight Show.
Don't know enough about him.
I've never heard one freaking.
Except he had an amazing smile. The dude.
I do. I've never heard one freaking bad. And trust me when I say this, I haven't heard a bad thing. And y'all know me when I say bad thing, I'm going with the whole. Yeah, but he was really racist. Or yeah, he wouldn't. No, I was looking for that. I never heard one freaking bad thing about Johnny Carson. And believe me, at that point in time, all the way to the late 80s, this was one of the most damn powerful people on TV. He had every right, which some of y'all haven't figured out. Dumbasses ain't figured out. He had the ability to go, I'm so damn powerful, you can't do me no matter what shit I did. And Carson never did that. That's what made him what I say a true legend. When you're so powerful that some people become powerful and go, well, I'm powerful because this is how I did to become powerful. And then there's some people that become so powerful, they go, fuck it, I'm going to show my true self. What you going to do? And Carson was never one of those people.
Yeah, not to my knowledge. But that's a great thing. I like that. I never heard anything bad about him, but I never really listened to know anything bad about him.
Yes, he took it into a whole different area.
Was I wrong?
You wasn't wrong.
Okay. But the thing that I think is really important to always kind of couch it in, and this is weird because you're probably not going to believe this about me, but I don't have a problem with people being racist. I think that if a person is racist, then they have every right to be racist. My only problem is when you use the racism to inflict harm onto another party. So even if the joke was racist, I still would have been like, yeah, the joke was racist. I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't have, you know,
but you know what? But you know, this is the new
racial jokes can be funny.
Yeah. I have a racial joke that's funny. It has absolutely nothing to do with race. I don't even know why they even started a thing like this, but I'll tell the joke real quick.
Oh boy.
White man, black man, and Jewish man lived in the Old Kingdom days. And in the Old Kingdom days, there lived a king. And the king stayed in his castle. And the castle was on this land. And on this land was a river that nobody could swim across. The king got bored one day and decided that he was going to hold a contest. He said, if anybody can swim across this river, I will give you anything you want. A lot of men came and a lot of men failed until it came down to the white man, black man, and Jewish man. So he asked the white man, will you swim across the river? The white man said, no. The king said, but I'll give you anything you want. The white man said, okay. He swam across the water and bloop, he drowned. He said, Jewish man, will you swim across this river? The Jewish man said, no. The king said, but I'll give you anything you want. The Jewish man said, okay. So he jumped in the river and got ate up by an alligator. So it's down to the black man. Black man, will you swim across the river? The black man said, no. The king said, I'll give you anything that you want. The black man still said no. So everybody started to walk away all sad and everything until they heard this big splash. They turned around and the black man swam all the way across the river and all the way back. The king said, marvelous, fantastic. I can't believe you actually did it. And I am a man of my word. I'll give you anything you want. Do you want my land? The black man all under breath said, no. He said, well, do you want my castle? No. Well, do you want all my money? No. The king said, well, what do you want? I want the motherfucker that pushed me in the river.
That black man's stupid. He should have asked for, I'll take the kingdom or I'll take the money. Give me the kingdom or the money, not the land. Because, I understand people will say the land is more valuable. But if I don't have the ability to actually make money off of the land, it becomes a burden. And then someone takes it from me. So give me the money or the kingdom. I don't give a damn who pushed me in the lake. In fact, after you give me the money and the kingdom or kingdom, then tell me who pushed me in the lake. I'm buying him a new cart and a horse because I never would have swam that damn river if he hadn't pushed my ass in there. So I hated you when you pushed me. I love you now that I'm back. Mwah. Let's go have lunch together. Did I ruin another joke?
Like a motherfucker. You killed that one. You killed the hell out of that joke.
But
See, it's telling her, it's dead, dude. Let's move on. Let's move on. See, it's tell everybody where they can find you.
All right, so in the event that I start putting some stuff together, complexsimpleman.com. I mean, that's where you go anyway to see a lot of my old content. It's also where updates and everything on any programs that I'm working on will be posted. Well, I appreciate you.
Anna?
BoreliaEtc.com, BORRELIA ETC, and same spelling for YouTube. And be on the lookout soon for Straight from the Heart, episode 2.
And you can find me tomorrow. Hopefully Tracy will be here. All of us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Radical Truth to Power, where we be going into the 8th. I'm gonna say this now but I'm gonna tell you at the point that I think that's a lot. The 8th and final series of the January 6th committee hearings, and we're going
to season finale.
Yeah, whatever. I don't even think it's a season finale.
They're coming back in September.
Yeah, I know they are. Theus. We finna go. I saw your eyebrow raise. Kind of scared me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tonight. We will see you tomorrow. And until next time, whew, what a show. We will see you when we see you. Peace.